What's going on, people? It's your boy John, coming at you from a very conveniently placed tree stump. I told you, man, I told you, the law of attraction is wonderful. It literally blesses me with things when I just need them. Alright, so I was just looking for a place to sit down maybe, or make a video, and funnily enough the lighting in this place is perfect. There's a nice sitting spot here and there's a beautiful river in front of me. It is the evening now, so it's getting a bit late. So making a video whilst walking in the forest isn't very good because it's just not light enough. But anyway, I made a video around 15 minutes ago, but I had to stop it because there were some people walking by and I just decided to start it all over again. Video, the gist of it was basically that, you know, when I need nature, I always get blessed with perfect sceneries, perfect views, and it's never planned. I never plan for it to happen, it just happens. So I'm really grateful for that because it's wonderful to find it, and damn, I just love nature, man. I love nature. And the thing is, I always get blessed with it when I need it the most. Okay, so usually that's when I feel very lonely. Okay, when I start to feel lonely, and loneliness is just a thought. Okay, loneliness is a thought and an emotion. It's not actually real, because there's been weeks where I've spent by myself and I haven't felt a dash of loneliness. I've felt the most fulfilled, the most happy, if anything, the most joyful whilst being alone. But then when the thoughts start to creep in, you know, I should be doing this, or I should be having this, or, you know, it's all the should and the woulds. It's never the what do I have. It's always what I want, and what I don't have is what causes the loneliness and the sadness. And here's the thing, right? Society, which includes your friends, your family, your uni mates, the media, pop culture, right? All of this stuff, they project this idea in your head that you should not be alone. Okay, you should not be alone, and if you are alone, you're a fucking loser. Okay, or you're a reject, or you're this, or you're that. And I was just thinking that society really does not like people being alone. Yeah? It does not like solitude at all. Because not only does it place a bad name on it, but it actually ridicules it. And anyone that is lonely, or I shouldn't even say that, anyone that is alone is cast aside as being a retard, an idiot, or whatever. Do excuse my French. But here's the little trick, right, in the Matrix, is you are at your most productive when you are alone. Yeah. By the same token, if you don't have all of this company that they talk of, or you don't have a girlfriend, or you don't have this massive friendship group, the lads, and you're just by yourself, you're actually the most productive when you're like that. You get most shit done. I mean, I lost the most amount of weight whilst being alone. I built a pretty damn decent body. Still in the process of doing that, by the way. Made a lot of shit ton of progress, but I ain't gonna jinx it because I still haven't reached the goal that I want to get to. I read the most, did the most meditation, had the most spiritual experiences I've ever had in my life whilst being alone. Enjoyed myself, enjoyed my days on this earth whilst being alone. I could probably tell you that for the first time in my life whilst being alone, I was actually well and truly happy. Proper happy, i.e. joyful. And then I begin to think, why does society then demonize this state of aloneness, or as I call it, solitude? Why does society make it seem like a bad thing? Well, it's because they don't want you to be productive. They don't want you to reach the best version of yourself. They don't want you to be able to challenge the authority, because when you're alone, you make your own judgments about things. You come to your own conclusions. You observe. You become more of an observer and a perceiver rather than a participant in the bullshittery that's going on. And that makes you a threat to them. Alright? And them, I say the establishment, I say people who want you to be in a certain type of mindset so that you can be exploited. I'm beginning to sound like a Marxist now, but the idea is, you know, we live in a system that lives on the manipulation of the masses in order to continue the system of potent capitalism for as long as possible. Okay, and I do agree with that. I think that is a system, definitely. You know, you've got this marketing, advertising, and all this stuff. It's designed to keep you in a perpetual state of buying and consumption. And what they sell you isn't really the product, they sell you happiness. They're trying to sell you faith, hope, good looks, you know, all of this innate human stuff, but hidden in the form of products. And that's what advertising is designed. I mean, I'm a psychologist by nature, and I know exactly what I'm looking at when I see a certain advertisement, and I know what kind of insecurity it's appealing to get someone to buy this certain product, be it a suit, a watch, a car, yeah, all of this stuff. And the same way, you know, the mass media markets sex, yeah, where once sex was a sacred thing between a man and a woman looking to have a child and bond together even further, now it's this cheap thing which you just give off on a Friday night. Media perpetuates that, modern society now follows it, and you know, I've always felt a bit of an irk when it came to one night stands. I'm like, how could you do that? How could you go and share your body with multiple people when you don't even know them? I never got that around my head, but then I realized, it's because modern society is going off male insecurity and women insecurity. Modern society wants men to think that if you're not fucking, excuse my French, if you're not having sex with as many women as possible, you're not a man, and you should feel ashamed of yourself. And that's why your friends then take the piss out of you for not getting laid at that Friday night. And same goes for women, okay? Women are deemed as promiscuous if they have sex with multiple partners, but if they don't have a partner, they're immediately shamed by everyone in all society for being a loser or being ugly or something. So it's very funny how when I look at society as an observer, I'm like, damn, I really can see how the game works, and I do not fit into it one bit. All right, I don't fit into it because my mindset and my personhood has always been someone who is like, I want the real thing, man. I want the real thing. I want the actual relationship with a member of the opposite sex. I don't want the cheap thrill. I want to build something with this person. I don't want to just have a short-term relationship. If anything, if it ain't going anywhere, then for me it is a short-term relationship. You could even be with a woman for 5-10 years, but if it's not leading to something, i.e. marriage and a kid, then I just see the whole thing as being pointless. I'm like, okay, well, what's the point of this then? Is it just to be with this person and enjoy their company? Okay, well, I can do that with myself. I can do that with many other people. I don't have to just solidify this with sex. Yeah. Again, this might just be my perspective. I think having relationships with the opposite sex is perfectly fine, but you know, it's because me personally, I've been single for a very long time. If anything, I can actually tell you that I've never had a girlfriend, never had a long-term relationship with anyone. So my perspective will be a bit altered because I've never experienced the thing, and therefore it can be either a sign of the grass is greener on the other side, i.e. this thing is going to be better than I perceive it to be, or it's just worthless and I'm going to be bitter about it and just say the whole thing's pointless and whatever. So I can safely say I don't know shit. I can say I don't know shit. And I don't really have an opinion on that whole subject. The thing, but what I do know is for certain, I know that the one night stands, there's something very sinister about the whole thing, which I just can't seem to wrap my head around. Now, here's the other thing as well, is when you buy into that culture of one night stands and placing external validation on women, you rid yourself away of your self-esteem, because you place your self-esteem in the hands of something else that you can't control. Alright, so let's say you approach a woman and you place your self-esteem in the women attraction. Okay, you've said, if I don't get this many women looking at me today or whatever, I'm ugly, I'm unattractive, and your own opinion of yourself is your self-esteem. So if you say you're unattractive, you're essentially demeaning your own self-esteem. Okay, and if you're placing your self-esteem solely on looks and attraction from women, you're setting yourself up for failure, because when you approach a woman and she ultimately rejects you, which you're going to see in life, then you have ultimately already set yourself up to lose, because what are you going to do when she rejects you? You're going to say, okay, I'm ugly, I guess, let me just kill myself. Right? I think one of the best things to really experience in my life is once I experienced certain women who actually like me for me, I realized, damn, okay, there are some women who like me and there are some women who do not like me. If a woman does not like me, that does not mean I'm ugly or I'm unattractive. It just means that this person does not like me. It's all about her. And if a woman does like me and does find me attractive, that's also on her. I didn't do anything to change it. I just showed up. I was just myself. And I'm not responsible for this person feeling a certain way about me. That's up to them. So I guess my own self-esteem was a bit improved because previously I really put my self-esteem on the line when it came to women, because I was single for a good few years and I started to doubt myself. I was like, damn, am I actually even meant to be with women? Like, am I just fucking gay or something? Am I, like, what's going on? Am I destined to not be with a woman? You know, I was just having these thoughts, these very negative, doubtful thoughts, and I was believing them really, wholeheartedly. And this year I was proved wrong, because I had 3 women who found me attractive this year, and yeah, that just changed my perspective, because I realized, okay, no, it's not about anything to do with my own opinion of myself. It's literally to do with, if this woman finds me attractive, okay. If she doesn't, okay. It's something I can't change. So that's the abundance mindset that a lot of red pillars talk about. Is it's not that I can get any woman, it's that there are women who like me and there are women who don't like me. And my job is to simply find the ones who do like me and get something with them, and the ones who don't like me, okay, just move on. Don't pay them any attention. Don't even fret about it. The majority of women, gentlemen, aren't going to find you attractive. The majority of women are not going to want to be with you, simply because you haven't leveled up to the level that you should be, and also because that's just the way it is. That's just the way things are. If you're a decently looking guy, I consider myself to be above average, right? Yeah, you'll get a fair bit, but you're not gonna get every single one. Like 90% of women are not gonna find you attractive. You're only gonna have to find that 10%. So when it comes to women, especially, I've just come to the decision that, you know what, just stop fretting about it. Just don't worry. Don't worry about it. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. If it's not, it's not. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? If anything, the best thing you can do right now is to assume the worst. Assume the worst. Just say, nah, I ain't gonna. Fuck women. Just fuck them. I ain't gonna get one. I ain't gonna get one, and she's not gonna get me. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do? If you went to a fortune teller, and she said, John or Sam or Daniel, whatever your name is, she said, you're never gonna get a woman. You're never gonna find a woman. Period. You can try. You can look. You can go to a brothel. Even the brothels are gonna reject you. What are you gonna do? Assume the fucking worst. Just say you are the most unattractive man on earth. What are you gonna do about it? Cry, bitch, complain? That ain't gonna change the situation. So what are you going to do about it? Okay, now we're getting to the real talk here. What are you gonna do about your situation? Okay, what you do is you make a life of yourself that you now enjoy without women. Yeah, you make a life that you enjoy without women. Okay, so that just basically means do what makes you happy. You do what makes you happy, you won't need women. And here's the fucking trick to the whole game, is when you do shit that makes you happy, you are undoubtedly going to meet a woman who is going to find you attractive. That's just going to happen. That's called nature. That's called the law of attraction. That's called biology. That's called everything to do with natural shit. You are going to find a woman who will find you attractive when you're just doing shit that makes you happy, or when you're just going about your life and being content. It's not even about being happy. It's about being content. Okay? So yeah, as I was saying, some people just walked by. They were just asking me what I'm up to. Being content is really what you want to be getting towards. Being content with your life and just being happy with what you have. And what's meant to come your way will come your way. And this isn't to say, that's the mindset that I have. That's the mindset I'm trying to impart on people. Not because you're not going to get a woman, or because you're not going to find women. Women aren't going to find you attractive. That's not what I'm trying to say. The point is your brain and your mind, especially the male brain, and your conditioning as well, is going to make you think badly about your situation, especially about being alone. And if you feel alone and you let that get the best of you, then you're not going to be content, are you? And when you do meet a woman who, let's say, finds you attractive, you're just going to be thinking negatively about the whole thing. that's not what you want, because then that has a serious effect on your mental health. So the reason I'm trying to impart this wisdom on you is to say that I want you to be happy and just enjoy your life as it is. And don't make women the focus, because this is the problem. Most men nowadays, I was watching AMS's video the other day, and it's like most men nowadays, when they go out and about in their lives, all they can think about is women, women, women. How can I get this woman? How can I get that one? You know, blah, blah, blah. It's like they don't have a life without women. It's always about arse. It's chasing arse, chasing arse, chasing arse. And it's like, damn, do you seriously not have a life that you can just enjoy? Do you have to just chase arse 24/7? You know? Do you have to let your lust get the best of you? Because lust is one emotion out of hundreds. Right? It's one emotion out of hundreds, and most people are chasing arse not because they genuinely love the opposite sex, but because they're trying to fix a insecurity that exists within them, or a sense of lack that they want fulfilled through sex. It's a self-deprecating cycle that goes round and round and round, and most people don't realise this until their late 40s or even late 30s in some cases, and then they start to actually get their act up and like, damn, okay, I need to make a life for myself and not just about women. They learn it through old age, but it's like we have got the long end of the stick, because we get to read books about Stoicism, we get to read books about Buddhism and Hinduism and shit like that, which teaches us that actually you are everything you need, and you've got everything that you need. Trust me, everything you need you've already got it. If you're watching this video, you've already got everything you need. Trust me. You've got water, you've got food, you've got the internet for knowledge, you've got books, I'm assuming, you've got a healthy body, alright, you've got a healthy mind to some degree. You know, you've got everything you need. You've got to be healthy and to be content. You have everything. You want things that you just don't have. So you want wealth, luxury, women. You want these pleasures of life, but you've actually got everything you need. So wanting what you don't have is already a step out of contentment. So always watch your mind when it starts to say, I want these things, because when you don't have them and then you want them, there's that lack. And you've created that lack. It wasn't there before you created it with your mind. Alright? Anyway, that's all I've got to say for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and do leave your comments and suggestions in the box below. If you do have anything you want me to make a video about, I certainly will get back to you. I do want to see some suggestions, because I'm running out of fucking topics. I'm never going to run out of topics really, but I just want to see some suggestions from some of the viewers. Anyway, gentlemen, that's going to be it, alright? Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.